Welcome to the Carr and Seguin Show, hosted by Devon Carr and Paul Seguin, where two Michiganders dive into real estate, outdoors, community building, and everything in between. Yo,
What's going on, man?
My brother from another mother.
Yes, sir.
Episode 53. I was listening to our last episodes. We fell off doing the halfway to 106.
We did?
Yeah. Last couple episodes, we didn't even episode 53. I forgot.
And that was it?
It's mainly, I'm always usually the one that say it, so I just totally forgot. The last couple of shows, we didn't even say what episode it was. But today is 53.
Yes, sir.
Because we didn't celebrate. It was funny because they always make our captions.
Right.
They're like, saving the celebration for 100. Because we just that's what I'm saying. We
totally
never even
blew by
mentioned
it.
it was
Yeah.
50. And we should have done a celebration, but we're more than halfway there, though. So
There you go.
we're on our way to 106.
Be there before you know it.
So we should bring everybody back and crowd them into this room for episode 100. Can you guys supply enough of those microphones? We may need what? 100?
Yeah.
No, 50, right? Because we do every other.
Right.
Yeah, we can give you 4.
We need 4.
Just have them rotate.
Yeah,
Just say,
pass the mic around.
hi, I'm so-and-so from X. Bye.
That's hilarious. We're getting there, 106. We got to think about we should start planning for episode 100.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They might kick us out before then.
Yeah, no way.
You never know.
Let me turn my ringer off. We don't need to hear that because that'll just keep going like crazy. But, dude, so we've had some nice weather lately.
Yeah.
We always talk about the weather, but it's so easy to talk about.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's important for us here in Michigan because, there's a depression level that sets in after a while.
I would agree.
When you live in these states of the country. You don't have much sun.
Right.
So when the sun does start to appear more, it changes everything.
Right.
I mean, it's funny. I just saw someone posted up pictures. Not a picture. Well, it was a picture on Facebook, but it was if you live in Michigan, you can only relate. But it was a picture of 65 in your house, and you're all bundled up.
Right.
You're cold, right?
Right.
You got a blanket and everything, and then 65 and the first day of spring, and we're out with shorts and a t-shirt.
Right.
But it's so true because it's just the other couple weeks ago it was 50. I mean, dude, I was rolling my windows down.
Right.
And then you watch on TV because I have buddies in Florida and they're like, oh, it's freezing.
Yeah.
What? It's a high of 62. You're such a wuss. Up here, we're ready to go.
Right. I mean,
golf courses are open. Let's play.
I saw somebody golf and they took a picture and put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
It wasn't this week. I think it was the last week when it was a warm up.
No way.
And he was out there. He had a picture of him golf. And he was there was ice in the hole.
It wasn't melted yet.
Yeah. You're really. I'm excited.
Still taking shots and it's bouncing off the
Right,
ground. It's still frozen. Drives going. Longest drive of my career. 400 yards.
Didn't even hit the cart path.
Just kept bouncing down the fairway. There used to be in high school, we played it. It's a Frostbite Delight at Fox Hills. They always used to put it on in the middle of January.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was that same thing. I mean, you're
just
freezing.
kept going?
You're freezing your freaking balls off. But it's just it's fun, yeah, because you tee off. And it's just ding. Well, what's kind of fun about it is the ball just goes ding, ding. It's literally bouncing. Oh, it's not going straight.
Right.
And then you got to, if you get on the green, you can automatically 2 putts. Just count it. If you get it on, just count 2. Or you can try to put it in. And so I remember a couple years, it was actually, because, it wasn't that bad. It was no snow. But again, it was still frozen.
Right.
So you could still putt, though. And we were putting. We won one year, me and Kevin Minier. I don't know if Kevin, you ever listened to this, but we actually shot a 32, a couple under.
Ooh.
Well, because if you, obviously, I mean, I think there's a few par 4s we drove because it just
Kept bouncing.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Or in par 5s. So if you just smoke one.
Right.
And it goes super far, and then you just somehow try to get something that lands, well, then boom. It's a birdie.
Right.
You just land 2 putt or something. And the same thing, if you just drive a green, all right, we'll take our 2 putts. It's a birdie, move on.
Right.
Yeah. But they always provided nice chili afterwards.
Yeah, there you go.
Coming in from a nice cold golf round. No, it was fun.
Yeah. No, I
The good
texted.
old days.
I was outside yesterday, and I texted my brother. I go, God, makes you want to go golfing, doesn't it?
Oh, dude.
He's like, I'm going Saturday doing indoor golfing. So
Is he?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a buddy he's gonna go with. It was like, that just sounds nice.
Oh, dude.
Golf.
I got the
I noticed.
change. There you go.
Yeah, put me on the screen.
Right here. I'm going back to my golf apparel for work. It's no longer dress shirts anymore.
Right.
It's back to the polo and pullovers.
There you go.
Yeah, I gotta get some more. These are falling apart on me. They're getting a little daddish.
Right.
You know, I'm the last one to get clothes. 3 growing weeds get it first.
Right.
Which is ridiculous. It seems like every week Jess is getting more stinking clothes.
Just keep growing out of them. Yeah.
It's insane. I know this is stupid. Growing like weeds. But no, we had tryouts this week, and it was,
Right.
I mean, dude, this whole week's been really kind of warmer.
It is.
I mean, obviously yesterday was the warmest out of them all. We were up to 72.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually had some heat. Like it was heat.
It was comfortable.
Oh, super. I wish I was trying to get outside more, and darn work kept me freaking in the office. It sucks,
Yep.
but no, the itch is there. Tryouts. We were going. We had tryouts at Carl's Golfland Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
There you go.
Wednesday was just absurdly packed because it was like 60 degrees. It was a little warmer, and yeah, Brayburn, right more over there in Plymouth, just down the road on 5 Mile was
Okay.
packed. Parking lots just full, golf carts out everywhere.
Everybody's just itching.
So we were waiting for bays. I mean, I got 12, 14 boys waiting to hit balls for tryouts, and we need at least 2 to 3 bays. And
Right.
I'm like, guys, screw it. Why don't I just go down to Brayburn? Let's go play 9 holes. They're open. I mean, that's how I prefer to have golf tryouts,
Right.
instead of just watching ball. I mean,
Right.
you can do. We'd set up targets. All right, 5 balls, aim at that hole, that target, and just kind of tally how many they did or whatever. But
Right.
I'd rather just be on the golf course
Well, yeah.
and say, hey, go play 9. And then
I'll chase you around in a cart.
yeah, heck yeah. No, it's just, and then just have scores. I mean,
Right.
it's the best way to rank everybody.
Well, yeah.
So
I know for myself personally, I do much better at the driving range than on the golf course.
oh yeah,
My ball always seems like it goes at least 30 to 40 yards farther
and straighter.
and straighter at the driving range. And then when I get to the golf course, I don't know.
It's just putting the course in front of you just changes everything.
I know.
You're like, wait,
You get all nervous.
I got to hit it down there.
I just bought this new sleeve of golf balls. I don't want to lose them.
yeah, that too.
Let me hit this burner off the tee.
Yeah, it's all. I have to play Pro Vs, and every time I lose, I'm like, well, there's $5.
Yeah.
Gone. Yeah, it's you do play a lot better on the driving range.
I don't know.
Just
Something about
it's just a mindset.
Yeah,
All right.
I
mean,
guess
it's your whole mindset of the pressure is not there like
Right.
it is on the course. Driving range doesn't have water.
Right.
Doesn't
swing
have
away.
Bunkers sitting in front of you, or
Right.
your competitor you're trying to beat. You're just swinging.
Right.
You're a little more relaxed, which is what you should be doing. I mean, that's a good
Right,
lesson.
yeah.
Here's a golf tip for you all.
Yep. Boom.
Learn how to, I mean, here's the thing. You learn how to take that mindset to the course.
Right.
I mean, Ben Hogan did it. One of the most famous things I know Jack Nicklaus always talks about in his book. He mentions it on it's a mindset book that he wrote, where Hogan was playing in a Masters tournament, and his fellow partner that he was playing with on the day had a hole-in-one on a par 3. Hogan proceeds to finish the hole, and they go to the next tee, and he goes, what'd you get? He's like, Hogan, are you kidding me? Had a hole-in-one. Oh, congrats.
Wasn't even paying attention.
Wasn't even paying attention. Just completely blocks everything out of his mind. And that's the mindset. Like, again,
Right.
in golf, like in probably a lot of things, you can apply this into your life, whatever you do. Like, stop worrying about what your competition's doing.
Right.
You know, I mean, especially in golf. I mean, it took me a while to finally learn it until senior year when I really had a really good season. But that was the one thing Coach Mate always said: stop worrying about what others are doing. Just it's you in the course. You're not playing them.
I think that's outside of sports. That's just a life lesson more people need to adopt these days.
Yes.
Stop worrying about what every other person's doing. Worry about yourself.
Yeah. Well, social media has just exploded that whole perception. And it's hard. Yeah, I get it. Why? I mean, you sit there and you scroll and you just start playing this comparison game like, oh, that'd be nice to be in Florida.
Right.
Oh, that'd be nice to drive that car.
That's true.
Oh, that'd be nice. Why haven't I done that? Yeah. But it's a mindset, right? Yeah. Use it for motivation to make things happen. Okay, you want to go? Well, then what do you got to do to make it happen?
Right.
But it is true. Yeah. I mean, it's block it out. You don't let that come into your mind because that's all it's going to do is bring you down.
Right.
And then you're going to not do it or you're going to get, negative or why not me? And it's like, well, did you work for it? I mean, go work your butt off. Put a plan. You have a dream, which is just, it's what dream is a dream.
Right.
It's you thinking of something that is out there. So what's the next step? How do I get this dream? Right. Where do I start? Start creating a plan. But then a plan is just the same as a dream unless you put it into action. So start taking actions towards that dream. So there's a little...
Right. And you have to tell people about it so then they're accountable.
100%.
Because otherwise you just go, well...
Yeah.
You put it off a little bit, then you put it off a little bit.
100%.
All of a sudden it's like, oh, well, that's not going to happen this year.
And then put some accountability, where it hurts.
Right.
I know Justin Ford, he one of his big things when he teaches, and I've done this a time or two with him, and he's like, all right, great. What is one thing you don't support? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, what is something that you would not donate to? I'm like, okay. So I just don't support abortions. And I'm like, abortion clinic. And he's like, okay, so when you don't do what you're supposed to do, I'm going to charge your credit card $100 to go support that fund, that foundation. I'm like, ooh, so you're going to do it?
Well, yeah.
Just do it.
Right.
Go.
Yeah.
But that's, you have set up the accountability, but put something even stronger.
Right.
Like, if you don't do it, what happens? What's at risk? Because then you're like, well, I'm not going to have that happen.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to do it.
Right.
I'm going to show up even when I don't want to show up. But, yeah, that goes in so much of our days nowadays. I mean, shoot, it just seems like, I don't know, we were talking this a little before, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't even know if we want to get into it, but.
Probably not.
Yeah. Anyways, crude oil.
At least gas is down a little bit.
Is it?
A little bit.
I haven't filled up in a couple days.
It's so funny how you can go, you go to the same gas station. Costco, if you're listening, don't listen. But like the one in Brighton is always like the same price as besides those two gas stations right
at the corner
off 23.
And Lee Road.
They're always expensive, but the Costco's always the same, it seems like. At least almost the same. But like the Costco off Middle Belt, now don't everybody be going there now. It's screwing my thing up. But it was like, I think I filled up for $3.87.
Oh, dude.
Today. And everywhere else is 4 something, and I'm sure Brighton is
even more.
4 something.
So
low fours.
So I fill up. I love Costco gas.
Yep.
So I'm just full of tips today. So my brother-in-law my brother-in-law is a Ford engineer. Joe Good, what up, brother? God bless you. When I bought the truck, it calls for premium. So I'm paying like freaking $480 right now on my truck. It's just lovely. And all the driving I do, Jess is like, why do you have a freaking truck again?
Right.
I'm like, I just love a truck. She's like,
you like to be higher
can't
up?
we just buy a beater for you on your... I'm like, well, I can't pull up to a freaking $800,000 house in a beater and expect the
no muffler.
Like, so I'm going to have you list my $800,000.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, there's kind of a little of that's involved. But anyways, and I just love my truck. I do. I love sitting up.
Right.
I just do.
It's a smoother
I've
ride.
always had an SUV. Like, all my cars, and then when we got married, I gave her the SV because we started having kids, and then I took her Mazda, and I hate freaking driving that little go-kart. I mean, it was fun.
Right.
You know, zoom, zoom, whatever freaking Mazda's little slogan is. I mean, it's true, though. That thing is like a little go-kart. Like, I mean, it's fun to drive, but I just can't stand being low. Like, I feel like I'm just going to get ran over by trucks.
Right.
It's just, like, uncomfortable. Anyways, but they, where was I even going with this?
Gas.
Oh.
Premium.
Joe. So I got the truck, and I was been putting premium because that's what it calls for.
Right.
And we were out camping last year, and we started talking. He's a diesel engineer, so he focuses on diesel stuff. So he knows that kind of, you know, obviously he's more in that realm of engineering, right?
Right.
And so, you know, we were talking. He's like, dude, it's really not even the grade that's the most important. It's the quality of the gas. And I'm like, I mean, there's really differences between. So you're telling me all those gas stations like Shell, where you got the Vigorate, is added, or you know, whatever, all those other ones,
right?
All those little names they have on all over the gas pumps. They say they have additives that are help your car. Bullshit. Let's be real. And he's like, no, what you need to look for is certified top tier gas, and it has to be. It's posted right on the gas pump, and Costco's one of them. So it's just like anything else. In order to get that certification, you have to have certain minimum standards met of how you refine the gasoline.
Right.
And so it's like Costco, Citgo, I believe Mobil is one of them too. But they're like the only like top tier gas. And so I've actually, you know, when they call for the premium, they're calling because of the higher octane for what it takes to hit the cylinders.
Right.
And so if you just go too low, you'll hear the knocking because it's not giving off enough octane to hit. And so I have done it a few times, big grade, but I'm just like not comfortable. No, but I didn't feel it. There wasn't any difference in driving because I looked it up too, and the guy's like, "You're never gonna hurt it's not gonna hurt your truck if you
it's not just gonna blow up."
No, it's just you're gonna feel it knocking as you're driving, changing gears, just because doesn't have enough octane to fire how it's built to fire. So it's not gonna do any damage. But that's how they say is like go a grade lower. If you feel it knocking, then okay, you need to go back up. But if you don't, you're fine.
Right.
So I've done it and I haven't, but it's always plays tricks with my minds though. And I'm like, no,
it's a mindset.
I'm going to the Costco's only got two grades there.
Right.
So I have to put premium.
Yeah.
There's no mid-grade.
There's no mid. That's how they get you.
I know. But I think to say to you what you were saying though, too, is I honestly truly believe, I think there is like redlining for gasoline where higher income areas, gas is higher, and lower income, it's lower. Yep. Like, isn't that redlining?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Like, where's the regulation on gasoline on that? Like, it's the same freaking gasoline.
I hate the cash and the credit. How they give you less, or it's cheaper if you do cash. Who carries around $100 in cash anymore?
Nobody does.
I know.
It's a freaking blue moon for me to even have some cash on me today. I never carry cash.
I refuse to go to places like that.
But then what I don't understand is how some gasolines will allow the cash price for a debit. If you do it as debit, they'll give you the cash price.
Yeah. I refuse to go to the gas stations that have two separate prices for cash.
Well, I guess, John, I mean, not to put you on an age bracket, Johnny, but didn't they used to do that back in the day? Like, it's not something new, the whole debit credit thing. Like, I thought they used to do it, and then they stopped and then brought it back. Yeah. Is that true?
He's sleeping over there.
No, I have. I don't recall that. I know that's if they got to charge extra for credit, shouldn't they do the same electronics that's got to work for your credit or for your debit? It's still got to be, I don't get it.
Yeah.
The card charges them.
Yeah, processing fee.
The processing fee.
Which I don't think, debit cards wouldn't have that because it goes straight to a account, I think, from the account.
I think there is something different if it's debited than credited.
Yeah. There is something different.
Not everybody does it. But some, it's like that's the irregular. Like some will say, "Oh, debit same as cash." Like I've seen,
yeah.
Which I guess it is, but it's just I get the point. It's like this is stupid.
I remember. I think it was when we went to Texas hog hunting.
Ooh,
we went to
from a helicopter.
No, we didn't do a helicopter. But
which is freaking sweet.
There's some places it was cheaper cash. So we'd want to pay cash for gas.
Yeah.
And then, but they wouldn't let you, they made you prepay. It's like, well, I don't know what it's going to cost.
Oh, yeah. Like to turn the pump on, you got to come pay them first.
Like,
that's old school. I mean, they
like,
used to always do that, right?
I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, how much is it going to be? I don't want it shutting off. Then having to go back and give you more cash.
Like I'm sure, Paul, you get this all the time with your truck, right? Like I filled up both my car and my van this past weekend. $75 stops at the credit. Right, and you have to pull your damn credit card out there and swipe it again to finish filling up your car.
So I didn't know if it did it for me or not, but at Costco it stopped at 100.
Oh, nice.
Just to let you know how much I'm putting in my truck.
Yeah, mine
by
was
the way.
89 today.
Yeah, it stopped dead on at 100, but when I got into my truck, I was like, because I think it was on the phone, so I didn't really think about it. I'm like, oh, wait, it's probably stopped. Nope, it's full. Like, it actually was full.
It was at it.
But, I mean, it stopped dead nut $100. So I'm sure that's probably the Costco cutoff is, I'm sure, $100.
Because it used to be, like Johnny said, 75. Most places were 75. And now, I think with gas prices the way they are,
you got to increase it.
They've increased it a little bit.
I mean, dude, I got a 25-gallon tank, and I'm paying the freaking premium. I mean, come on now. I'm over 100 the last 3 fill-ups. I mean, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang freaking.
So sell your house.
yeah, right? Houses are going up too.
Yep.
And we need more of them, honestly. I mean, it's just freaking inventory. I mean, I get asked all the time, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? It's just, hey, honestly, I don't care what war is pending. I don't care how high interest rates go. We have such low inventory. I think that's just going to keep the driving factor going up and up and up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just simply it. Yeah. Crude oil, I don't care what you say. I don't know. We'll see. Still hot, still good. Don't play the what-if game because I'm sure you've been playing that for the last 2 years, and here we are. I mean,
spring market, Sunday. Start spring.
It's crazy out there. It's crazy. I mean, it definitely is. There's never been a more time. I don't know, more time, but a more important time to be working with the right people. I mean, a good realtor, a good lender in these times that are working hard for you to get a new home with what you're working with.
Right.
You know, I still see it. Just stupid offers being written, man. And it's just like, I'm sorry for you. You wonder why there's a lot of frustrated buyers.
Right.
Because your realtors are just throwing offers in the dark and hoping for the best. Just like how every other listing agent out there in the world, if you ever talk to, be like, oh, are you working? You know, you got to work with realtors. And I'm one of them. That want to use, everything you can. Technology. Hello, it's here. You want to use it to utilize the sale of your house.
Right.
But there are realtors who just put a sign up front and like, hey, it's a hot market. I don't need to do anything. I mean, you still see it. Crappy photos.
I saw one the other day. I was just
it's
perusing
insane.
through
like,
the
guys,
sites.
please do not use a realtor who is just going to start snapping photos with their freaking phone. Oh, it's an iPhone 13. You see this camera? It is amazing. No.
It's a phone.
Or you see people like taking pictures and they're like in the corner of the mirror. It's like, oh my gosh. Me and Kristen, we were looking at this house that we were going through for Ed, just trying to find him a house, dude. It was nasty. I mean, you could tell it was an amateur taking the photos, but I mean, like hair everywhere on the bathroom sink. I mean, it's just like, come on, people. What are you doing? Anyways, you go to a doctor, which are professionals, right? You go to a professional mechanic to fix your car, right? Hire a professional realtor to sell your house, guys. And ask the questions. How are you going to market my home? Don't just say, great, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How are you going to get it done? What methods are you going to use to market my house? And I said this in a post, like if you even think just because it's a hot seller's market, I'm going to sell it myself, you are losing money. And I know you're probably thinking if that's you, you're like, well, I'm going to save on the commission. No, love, you're not. No, dear, whoever the heck you are. I'm telling you, you're not. You're going to cost yourself even more. That's why 98% of all for sale by owners end up listing with an agent. Why? Because exposure. Everyone thinks, well, I have 50 saves on Zillow. Do you really think the people on Zillow are qualified buyers?
Right.
They're window shoppers. What do window shoppers do? They just peek. They're like neighbors on an open house. They just want to see your house.
Yep.
Guys, when you work as a realtor, you're getting actual qualified buyers. How do I know that? Because you have to be a real estate agent to come see that house that I list, which good realtors have their buyers pre-approved.
Right.
They're actual serious buyers. That's the big difference. When you just saw yourself and you start booking appointments from Zillow calls, how do you even know? How are you going to manage that?
Right.
I sell insurance. I can handle it. I'm sorry. No, you can't. It's a different boat, man. Anyways, this is a good show.
Yeah.
Good pointers.
A lot of tips.
Yeah. Mindset tips, golf tips.
Yeah.
This is it right
Selling
here.
tips.
Getting you ready for the spring and summer and to have a wonderful 2022.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the tips straight from the Car and Seguin Show.
Boom.
All right, well, I'm Paul Seguin with eXp Realty.
I'm Devon Carr with Gold Star Mortgage.
Well, this is the Car and Seguin Show.
See ya.
See ya.
The primary purpose of this podcast series is to inform, entertain, and educate. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast series do not constitute legal or professional advice, opinions, or endorsements of any kind. Gold Star Mortgage Financial Group, NMLS 3446, Equal Housing Lender.